people, this is Dark Soul from sealedvideogames.net, and I would like to talk about sealed video games again. This time I will try to talk about a few things. First is differences between sealed game collecting and used game collecting. What is the difference between those two? Well, first of course is the price. Sometimes the price of sealed video games is 10 times more than the price of used video games. So if you plan to start sealed game collecting, you better research what kind of games you will be buying, because they can be extremely expensive. For example, common game like Super Metroid, you can buy a used one for $30, maybe $40, while the sealed copy will cost you at least $300 or $400 or $500. For more rare games like Chrono Trigger, I think that game, it's even hard to compare. It's also about 10 times the difference. 150 for a used copy, 120 maybe, and at least $1,000 for a sealed copy. That's the first point of the differences between used video games collecting and sealed video games collecting. Second point is the rarity of sealed games in comparison to used games. While most used games are widely available on eBay, on flea markets and everywhere, for specific sealed games you can wait actually fucking months and even years to show up for just one copy. Sometimes games are so rare in sealed condition that they just don't show up at all. And what is more interesting is that the more shitty the game, the more rare it can be. For example, games like Orbitus and Dungeon Master for Super Nintendo, I've never seen them sealed. However, you can buy a used copy for $10 or $15 and so on. So the rarity is a big deal for sealed video games, and especially some original black label editions and iFold versions and original prints are so damn hard to find. Third difference is the condition of games, of sealed games, comparing to used games. For a used game, it's not a big difference between the mint box copy or overall complete box copy. It's close. For a sealed game, there are many grades, there are many ways that can actually affect the condition of the game and your grades on how you plan to collect those video games. They can be torn shrink wrap, they can be cracked games, they may be resealed games, they can be shrink wrapped games, they may be dirty, they may be torn, they may be cracked, and so on and so forth. So if you are not a perfectionist, you can collect sealed games, I think, faster than the one who are only hunting for the best copy available on the net, or for high grade copies as well. Second point, I would like to answer. Second question we get a lot on the boards from the newbie collectors is that how you actually start collecting, where to start, what to do. Well, first think about what you actually want to accomplish in your collecting journey. Do you have some kind of goal which you want to reach, which you plan to? Because the most important thing you actually must have is some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't have a goal to reach, you will just spread out, waste money, then sell out, and you are gone. So set a goal for you and go to it slowly, gradually. Second, think about what you love the most, what games you love the most, and try to concentrate on them. That can be specific games like you enjoyed in your childhood or something like that, or maybe games for specific consoles and platforms, like you were a fan of Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis or Sega Saturn, and you enjoy these games for this platform. You may try to go for a sealed set or subset, or just a set of games you like for the specific console. Or maybe you would like to collect games of specific genre, like role-playing games, or maybe you're a fan of sport games. Think about it and try to set a goal for you and the borders in which you plan to do your collecting journey. And the last, or not last, take into consideration and keep in mind that some games never came sealed. For example, Super Famicom games, Japanese ones, for the Japanese Super Nintendo, they never came sealed. So if you want to buy and to collect new Japanese games, almost all cartridge-based games were never sealed. Only CD disc games were sealed, like Mega CD and so on. And Super Nintendo and Famicom were never sealed as well. So you may only try to find the mint ones, maybe unused ones, but how can you guess? Close to possible best condition. Last one and last point I would like to talk about is money, of course, because you need a lot of money for this and a lot of time. Think about how you're gonna spend on your collection habit. Do you earn enough to spend $1,000 maybe on some games, some rare games which you need? Or if it's not for you, if you don't want to spend money on it, I guess you won't be able to collect sealed video games seriously, because it's a big money spending adventure too. Sometimes it's like horrible money wasting, even, to say the truth. And also it takes a lot of time of hunting, and sometimes game is so rare it's not available, and you wait for months and for years to show up, and it's expensive, and it's a bidding war and something like this. So don't expect it to be fast. Still collecting, especially collecting specific genres or specific sets or specific collection, it can be not fast, really. And at the end of my video I would like to do some kind of overview of games that I got this month, or maybe this week, in the past. This time it's games for Super Nintendo that I got from UK. It's quite interesting that these are games actually for Sony PlayStation 2. Some of them are very rare. I'll start from Gladius for PlayStation 2. It's a nice game. It's quite cheap actually game, but weird is that it's quite uncommon. It's not being listed on eBay at all. I've been looking for months to see the new listing, and it just doesn't happen. I don't know why. Maybe the print run was low, or I just have no idea. Actually, it's a nice action game. Next one, Shadow Hearts from the New World, North American copy without a silver Sony sticker. It's the latest release of Sony PlayStation Live. A nice game I needed for my collection from their famous Shadow Hearts franchise. Now to the rare ones. One of the rarest games I needed for my collection is Tsugunai Atonement. Very nice game, not easy to find, it's quite expensive. Most PlayStation 2 games are kinda cheap. You can get most sealed games below $50. This one can be above this price. So it's one of the rare games, and it's an Atlus game actually. This one in nice condition, a bit dirty, a bit beat up, but still nice. It's original edition with the silver Sony sticker still. And the last one is the rarest above all I got this month. It's Forever Kingdom for PlayStation 2. It's original silver Sonic Steel. It's the early edition game, made by H-Tech. Very nice role-playing game it is, made by From Software. I'm very glad to have this one because it just doesn't show up on eBay at all. It's very rare. I'm glad to have this one in my collection finally. Not very much games I need left. Okay, thanks for watching this boring video. See you next time, possibly next week. Thank you.